stuck in my feelings these days. I've been up in my bedroom nowadays. Even with the sun shining so bright, I wait till stars come out at night, so I could dream about you tonight. Truth is, I'm a little bit hesitant to hit you up. I get more scared as the day goes on. This ain't okay, just hurry up. I feel you so close up. I'm so sorry if I close up.
Truth is, I just wanna, I just wanna, I just wanna. Truth is, I just wanna, I just wanna, I just wanna. Truth is, I just wanna.
I've been waking up too early just to lose some more sleep. I've been hiding from my pride, well I'm looking for a change. Oh, but what if I change my mind? Will I find my wasted time? There's somebody I look up to, I could only hope to be. If we had the conversation, I know exactly what he'd say to me. What he'd say to me. He would say you'll be alright. If you know where to turn to, you'll lose this fight. If you don't ever learn to keep it in balance and always know you can only get higher if you've been low. He said you'll be alright. If you live in the moment, don't give up on life. It's your only opponent. You can only be honest. I'll make you this promise. I'd say if I made a lot of money, I could buy you a house. And then maybe I could say I got it all figured out. Cause you know it don't grow on trees. But you would tell me so, you never owe me a thing. I said, what about the times when I lose my way? He said there will come a time I won't be here to say greatest things in life are free. So even if you're sleeping on streets, just know you'll be alright. If you know where to turn to, you'll lose this fight. If you don't ever learn to keep it in balance and always know you can only get higher if you've been low. He said you'll be alright. If you live in the moment, don't give up on life. It's your only opponent. You can only be honest. I'll make you this promise. He said you'll be alright. You'll be alright. He said you'll be alright. You'll be alright. There's somebody I look up to, I could only hope to be. If we had the conversation, I know exactly what he'd say to me. What he'd say to me. He would say you'll be alright. If you know where to turn to, you'll lose this fight. If you don't ever learn to keep it in balance and always know you can only get higher if you've been low. He said you'll be alright. If you live in the moment, don't give up on life. It's your only opponent. You can only be honest. I'll make you this promise. He said you'll be alright. You'll be alright. for a minute, you know I can't cap. Simmer down, we know that you not like that. You came out this way, so you might as well stay for the vibes, peace and quiet. Ain't this what you dream of when you close your eyelids? Picture perfect, super vibrant. We can press rewind, we can take it from the top. I be on my grind, you know I don't ever stop. We came at a vibe, don't be blowing up the spot. Tell me where your mind at, I'm tryna get the drop. Let me know some, let me know right now. See me so up, how we gon' go down? Let me know some. Tell me what you thinking. If you got a minute, we can find what you've been seeking. And I don't know about you, but as for me, I've been feeling great lately. Baby, we can make this last for life. I know you so eager, just refer to me when you need them vibes. I got them cold heaters. You know how I be super fly up in some cold sneakers. They be like, oh Jesus, why you drip for no reason? You came out this way, so you might as well stay for the vibes, peace and quiet. Ain't this what you dream of when you close your eyelids? Picture perfect, super vibrant. We can just rewind, we can take it from the top. I be on my grind, you know I don't ever stop. We came at a vibe, don't be blowing up the spot. Tell me where your mind at, I'm tryna get the drop. Let me know some, let me know right now. See me so up, how we gon' go down? Let me know some. Tell me what you thinking. If you got a minute, we can find what you've been seeking.
All I got, but I got smoke in my eyes. Talk from the inside, try to smoke you, take more. Got you waiting up, boy, let me be your sunset, darling. I'm staying up, run up, can't die. I was just planning on taking the car. Too far, we'll be right back when we start.
我会觉得它好像有变比较小颗一点点，以前感觉肉很饱满诶，很大颗。我喜欢它的汤头很清淡，不会有一些什么怪油味啊，或者是什么猪油味。你兄弟无料了。OK。 个。
好啊，
那豆干要吗？
好，
还是要海带芽？再挑一个就好。
好啊，海带芽。
好，那就这样就好了。
好，
现在应该不用了吧？
No way to change our yesterday. Stay and don't fall so far away. Last night was one big holiday.
肉燥饭这样一碗30块，看起来真的都没肥肉哎，然后有那个蒜头，闻起来很香，酱汁甜甜咸咸的，还蛮好吃的，而且它的饭煮的很好，就软硬适中，还不错。
I'm being carried by the wind.
它好大颗哦，它虾仁是不是超大只的？然后它综合的是菜肉啦，然后还有一般的馄饨，然后还有那个虾子的7颗
8颗块
，8颗啦，
备料备料
对，这是虾仁的，虾子看起来还蛮大一只的，去看看，感觉虾子吃起来很爽的，真的超大一只，而且很新鲜。然后它的肉，我觉得比较像肉泥，就是剁得很碎，已经有一点像那个泥状的，然后煮起来就是直接粘成一坨这样子。不过它的虾仁吃起来很爽，喝一口汤，它的汤比较清淡的，刚刚带鸡的真的汤头太咸了。试一下菜肉。 菜肉里面是那个韭菜，那吃起来其实有一点像韭菜水饺那个味道。这是肉，它这间肉搅得比较碎，比较吃不到肉感。不过它是比较不咸啊。如果跟代记比起来，代记真的比较咸一点。这样吃一吃，如果以 CP 值跟口味啊。 对，我觉得这一间没有输代记耶，难怪在地花莲人说要来吃花莲香，推荐。
So comfortable. No one seems to hold me like you do. You're so wonderful. Starting the sun is bright as you. Sun is bright as you. Even the dark, they still see light. Even the birds still sing at night. Every word just comes out right. With you, with you, I feel so lucky I met you. And I feel can't believe that I get to see those eyes from mountains tonight. Swear you must have fell from the sky. And I feel so lucky I met you. It's not logical the way I feel when you walk in the room. Gravity just pulls me right to you. Even the dark, they still see light. Even the birds still sing at night. Every word just comes out right. And I'm with you, I feel so lucky I met you. And I still can't believe that I get to see those eyes for more than tonight. Swear you must have fell from the sky. And I
这个是蓝车的，
so lucky
然后这里面是半熟蛋，你有加辣吗？
我拢加咸的，
去看看。皮很薄，然后酥酥脆脆的，
这太小紧些了。
酱也不会太咸。我觉得这次来它炸的比较干爽，比较好吃的。
看手看。
so lucky I met you and I still
这个是黄车的，然后这个是蓝车，然后蓝车的皮比较薄一点，黄车稍微有一点厚度，对。那么目前看起来好像蓝车的皮没那么油，然后黄车稍微油一点点。黄车的现煎，然后我们有加辣，这样一份加那个半熟蛋，这样是45。黄车的看起来皮比较厚一点。然后比较油一点，黄车真的皮比较厚，比较有 Q 劲、咬劲。黄车的半熟蛋，因为我觉得两家吃起来差不多。如果你比较喜欢比较有存在感、比较有咬劲，你就选黄车。如果是以酱料，我比较喜欢蓝车的酱料，蓝车的酱料再甜一点、再咸一点，就是稍微口味重一点点。不过两家其实我觉得差异不大，就在于皮的厚薄。你比较喜欢吃薄脆的，你就选蓝车；它比较有厚实感、咬劲比较 Q 的，你就选黄车。
I've been hung up on yesterday. Woke up at noon, I'm in a daze. We'll keep on pushing anyways. I don't know where I'm going. Today's one big commotion. I'm being carried by the wake. So hold me like an ocean. I need your soothing motion. Please help me take the pain away. Yeah. No way to change our yesterday. No way to change our yesterday. Stayed in but felt so far away. Last night was one big holiday. Cool winds on me out by the shade. Put my weekend on layaway. I don't know where I'm going. Today's one big commotion. I'm being carried by the wake. So hold me like an ocean. I need your soothing motion. Please help me take the pain away. Yeah. No way to change our yesterday.
空正街包子现在一颗还是5块，小巧玲珑。它上面外面说贴布条说它要半价，皮甜甜的，然后整体吃起来味道不会很重，不过它皮有点厚。
2斤
啊
，2点钟应该是啊。
Lately, this smoke don't get me high. I've given up all my friends and all my time. A pretty face never mattered to me. It's nothing like I wanna see in a dream, so I'ma hit the lights and go to sleep. Yeah, yeah. So sick and tired of this place I'm in. Too many hours in this bed. sick and tired of this place I'm in. Too many hours in this basement. These paper walls don't change. All sense just fade away. And I'm so sick and tired of this basement. Sick and tired of this.
Entri nella stanza, sono tutti stesi, i loro cuori ti hanno visto e si sono arresi. Ti guardo nello specchio e penso, ma come fai? La mente torna indietro al nostro primo incontro, storia, lieto fine come in un racconto. Ti dico che sei bella e tu scherzi, ma quando mai? Dove siamo adesso? Nuoto nei tuoi occhi, la parte migliore di me. In volo sul mondo, amanti nello spazio, baci in slow motion sul set. La notte con te si scalda e mi dice la tua voce aprire movimenti. Seguo i tuoi passi ma non ti raggiungo, lento anche se vorrei volare. Se cade come un tramonto lungo, sei il primo bacio che non puoi scordare. E quando tra di noi la tensione sale, basta un tuo sorriso per dimenticare. Non servono parole quando siamo io e te. Dove siamo adesso? Nuoto nei tuoi occhi, la parte migliore di me. E un volo sul mondo, amanti nello spazio, baci in slow motion sul set.